In terms of user experience, I would like to make the case that minor league baseball is better than the majors. When our kids were little, we used to go to the local minor league ballpark to watch them play. $8 a ticket, and every seat was close to the action. Now, very few of the players were bound for the majors, so even a pop fly was kind of an adventure, but we loved the team all the more for it. There weren't any names on the backs of the jerseys because chances are somebody else was going to be wearing it the following year, but there was this one game when our team was playing a league powerhouse. They had names on the backs of their jerseys, and we were down by about 7 runs going into the last inning. And my little girl looked at the young guy warming up in the on-deck circle, and she says, "Hey, Dad, who's number 10? And I look up in the program, and it says, that's Sanchez. And so she runs down to the third baseline. I think she's about 6.5. And just as Sanchez is sort of making his way towards the batter's box, she yells out, "Hey, Sanchez!" And he stops and turns, and she goes, "You can do it!" And he smiles, and he gets into that box, and he gets hold of that first pitch, man, and it just goes into orbit. And as he's rounding third base, he sees my daughter on the third baseline, and he locks eyes with her, and he goes like this. And she let out a rebel yell you could hear in Bergen County. And all of a sudden, 5 or 6 other little kids come running down to the rail, and they start calling out the players' names, and it starts a rally. And guys are hitting for extra bases, and they're stealing bases, and now there's about 30 kids on the baseline, and guys are hitting triples. And next thing you know, it's tied, and they've gone around the order. So they go and they bring in a reliever to get Sanchez out, because he's come around again. And he and that pitcher go to war. He's throwing heat at his head, and Sanchez is fouling off pitches and ducking the brushbacks, and the count is full, and it's bedlam. And Sanchez takes a step back, and he looks up in the stands, and Tony goes like this. He hit that ball so hard, they found it in a backyard pool filter a couple of blocks away. But before he could even round third base, every kid in the stands had rushed the field, and they mobbed the dugout, and players were high-fiving him, and they were handing out free hot dogs, and they posed for a big team photo with the kids in it. And I've been to some beautiful major league stadiums, and I've seen games played by literally the best players money can buy. But there is just nothing there for me if 5 or 6 kids yelling from the third baseline just don't make any difference.